Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Around the Reef. We're up to episode 12. We got some cool stuff. Let's start out with I got a new fish, guys. I got a new fish. Okay, check this out. So, he is right here. Don't worry. He's probably going to be just kind of like chilling in that corner for the whole show. That's totally normal. He's fine. Don't freak out or call PETA, you know what I'm saying, or the fish police on me. That is normal. That's what happens when you introduce a new fish into the tank. He kind of just like, I think he's just kind of surprised that he's like, oh shit, this isn't the ocean. And I'm like, where am I, you know? So, no, he's chilling. But I do have a rule, though. He's gotta live like a week before I name him. That's just a rule I have, just so I don't get like attached to this little fella. Because this fish, he's doing just fine. He's a copper band butterfly fish. It's a very fancy fish in the reef hobby. I'm super excited. I had this guy coming for a while. What happens is they have to quarantine the fish to make sure he's healthy before they introduce him into the tank. So he's been in quarantine for I think a week or two. But we finally added him this morning. So I think I want the viewers of Around the Reef to name him, actually. So comment the name that you want to name this guy. And I'll just go with the one that gets the most likes, I guess. But yeah, if you want to name my new fish, please throw it in there, you know? So that's really exciting. It's a copper band butterfly fish. Super pretty fish. I got some other fish coming too. So I got two more fish on the way, but I'm going to keep it a secret what those fish are. But they're really fancy. I got a cool ass tank behind me, so I had to do it. You know, it's like, hey, this show's called Around the Reef. I gotta have cool fish behind me. So yeah, little homie. Yeah, he's chilling. He's chilling. He's doing okay. Don't freak out. He's supposed to. He's like, oh shit, he's like, fuck this tank. Nah, he's in a good home. I got him on the fish feeder. You know, he's in a good home. He's in a good home. It's not the ocean, but what are you gonna do? Man, I got some stuff I wrote out. Also, before I go any further, it's like obviously fish are my pets. You know, I don't think I'm responsible enough for a dog or a cat. But you know, so I have fish. What are your pets? Do you guys have pets? You know, pets are cool. When I was growing up, my family, we had a golden retriever. His name was Neil. Neil the golden retriever. Neil's the homie. You know, he's in puppy heaven right now. But he was the best, man. Neil was the best puppy ever. Just the sweetest golden retriever ever. Like, super friendly. He never barked. He never jumped on you. He just wanted to play and be pet, and he'd leave you alone if you wanted him to, but he would also come over when you wanted him to, and just a really good looking dog too. Neil was the best. So what are your pets? Maybe comment below, what's the name of your pet? If you have a dog, cat, maybe you have a fish, maybe you have some different, like a bird or anything, comment, because I want to know. What made me want to get this tank, though, I kind of have an interesting apartment. It's basically it's long and narrow. So there's just a big ass blank wall that I needed to fill. And I was like, you know, I kind of just want to put something wild there, something you don't really see that often, like a piece of artwork or something. And when you think about it, fish, they're kind of it's like a painting, you know, it's like a piece of art, but it's interactive too, you know? So that's kind of what led me to get my tank. And I have a dude that helps me do it. It's not all me, but the maintenance on this thing is it's tough. It's a lot of work. It's definitely like it's at least like an hour a week, but it's super cool. Fish are like a great pet when you want a pet, but you can't handle a dog or a cat. It's a lot of work, you know. It's a lot of work. Um, exciting exciting news. Maybe tomorrow we might have Riley Granberry stopping by on another Zoom call. So look out for that one tomorrow. It's kind of cool. Let's see. So I'll knock out the football recap. So Oregon State played last Saturday. We're on national TV. I believe we were on ESPN, which is cool. Oregon State doing really good this year. You know, we played Colorado. Colorado's been in the news because they got Deion Sanders as their coach, and his kid is the quarterback, and then his other kid is the middle linebacker. So, you know, we had to do it to them. You know, Oregon State just had to. We had to get that win. They were playing in Colorado. It had like it had millions of people on TV to watch. We had to do it to Deion. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't letting him off easy. You know, he's going to play the Beavs. He's going to come into our conference. You know, we're gonna smack him around. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool that Deion is a coach in college football. I think that's tight. He's brought a lot of excitement to college football. I never really, even when I was in college, like I really didn't give a shit about college football that much. But I feel like it's cooler this year. College football is cool. So, yeah, shout out to Deion. All right. You know what? You know what's funny is so it is fall approaching winter, but it's fall season. You know, the leaves are changing. What's your favorite season? For me, my favorite season is summer. I mean, I love summer. It's just, you know, feel like it's just everybody's feeling good. The day is really long. You know, it was daylight savings the other day, and I don't know how I feel about the time change. This is the good change, but the only thing is like it's approaching 5 o'clock and it's already getting dark. So the day is kind of short. You know, it's kind of, I don't know about you guys, but like for me, I feel like I'm not as productive, or I feel like I'm not being productive, but it's like the day is just like super short. So yeah, it's interesting. I hear these rumors like we're going to get rid of daylight savings. I don't know. Although I do feel like more and more people complain about it than ever. It's interesting. But maybe comment below. Like, what's your favorite season? I know a lot of people like spring. Some people are winter people. Hey, fall. Hey, they're all cool. They're all cool. We honestly, because I live in Southern California now, like we don't really get change of seasons that much. Depending on where you live, like when I was living up in Oregon or in Redding, like you definitely feel the seasons. But it's cool. It's a cool part about being on this planet. You get to see the weather change a little bit. Let's see. So I was on a walk this afternoon, and I got a bone to pick. I got a bone to pick with bikers. We've all seen them. We all just let it go like it doesn't bother us, but I guarantee a lot of people agree with me. Bikers suck. Let's just come out and say it. Like, okay, there is a big difference between if like you're a kid on a bike. Okay, that's cool. Kid on a bike, that's cool. I'm talking about bikers. Bikers, like the fucking people with the helmets, like go really fast. Sometimes they got like a number on their back, like they're training for a fucking made up marathon. Like, fuck bikers. They stink. They just think they own the road. They go like super fast. It's just like, Oh man, I really have a bone to pick with bikers. Get a real fucking hobby. How about that? God damn it. I knew I was gonna like have to mention that after the walk. It's just like these dudes, they just like fly by you at like a million miles an hour, just like bent over, just like, they're wearing their stupid like little Speedo fucking goggles or whatever. Fuck those guys. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I wrote down in my notes, I was like, make a distinction between kids on a bike. No, it's cool if you're just a kid on a bike. You can ride a bike, that's cool. They don't bother me. It's the bikers. So, um, what would be funny if like I had like a sponsor, like if somebody sponsored this video. I don't know why I wrote in my notes. It's like this video is sponsored by Magnum condoms. Naturally, right? Gosh, I'm so funny. No, I think like my dream sponsor is probably like AG1 Athletic Greens. It's like a vitamin. It's like a vitamin drink. I'm sure like you probably heard about it if you watched like Joe Rogan or anything, but it's basically just like a powder that you can mix up, and I drink it every morning. And it gives you like all sorts, pretty much like every vitamin or like almost every vitamin that you should take or like supplement. But yeah, no, that'd be like my dream sponsor because I actually like use that in real life. Um, let's see what else we got. Here's a question: if you could live in any other time in history, what time would you pick? It's kind of an interesting question. Obviously, I think like living in the modern times is the best. But if I had to pick, play along and just like pick a time in the past, I think like living in like the 1800s, like early 1800s in Europe would be kind of tight, even though like it was like a lot of war. It might not be as good as I think it is, but it's just like such a pivotal like moment in history. And I just feel like it was a time before smartphones, before like the internet, of course, and even before like cars. Like it was really an interesting. It'd just be so different. Um, and I love like European history, so uh, I think living in like early 1800s, like France, would be wild with fucking like Napoleon and shit like that. Like, that would be kind of tight. Um, Maybe comment below, like, what time period do you wish you could live in? Do you wish you could live in like the caveman days? Do you wish you could live in like ancient Rome? That'd be kind of tight. Or like maybe like ancient like China. That'd be wild. Or like be one of Genghis Khan's homies and just like ride around on horses and fuck shit up. Like that'd be kind of cool. Um, yeah. Or just like be like a flower child in the 60s. That'd be cool too. It depends. Like I'd be interested to know. Um, oh, here's a good one I wrote. What kind of kid were you in school? Uh, that's it's kind of a funny question, like I think like were you like a cool kid? Were you a nerd? Were you maybe like a common answer I hear a lot of people say is like, oh, like I wasn't like popular, but people knew me or whatever. That could be true. I actually think that was kind of like me, I guess, like in school. Um, I feel like for me, like I was always like, I don't know, I was kind of a shy kid, really. Still am a little bit, but definitely when I was little, I was shy. And I was lucky. I never really got bullied in school, thank God, because I played sports. I think sports kind of like gave me like a level of coolness, I guess. Um, Unfortunately, I know a lot of kids that were bullied in school, and it didn't turn out that well for them. Uh, you know, it's tough. I mean, if you got bullied in school, like first thing you got to do is you got to like it's just like kind of remind me of when we introduced my fish into the reef tank. First thing all the other fish do is size up the new guy. they're like, who the fuck is this? You know, so they swim up to him and stuff. And what you got to do is just kind of like defend yourself, like right off the bat. You know, you can't like in the tank, you can't let the fish just keep picking on you. They'll just they'll pick on you to death. Same thing in real life. You know, if you just let people pick on you and you never stand up for yourself, they're just gonna take every inch that they can get. So you really gotta stand up for yourself. And but anyways, I'm lucky I didn't really get bullied too much in school. I remember one. I don't know. I was never really in like any fights or anything either. Were you guys in any fights? It's kind of wild. Did you win? I remember my dad told me, he's like, if you get in a fight, you better win. Pretty good advice. You know, so yeah, I said Riley might be stopping by the next podcast. You know, I'm just trying to make this podcast better, fixing one little thing at a time, just going to keep going. I'm getting some Around the Reef hats made. That's going to be really exciting. Hopefully by the end of this week, maybe, I'll at least have a design. And I don't really know how long like the actual making of the hats is going to be, but maybe like in a couple weeks, I would say. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like 12 made. I think the minimum order I can have is like 12 hats. And I'm just going to like give them away. Like, so if you want a hat, send me a DM, like, and I'll just send you one. They're going to be cool, I promise. Like, the logo is going to be tight. I want these to be like dope hats, you know. I told you guys a couple episodes ago, my dream one day is to see a guy wearing my hat, like just walking down the street, you know, like wearing an Around the Reef hat. So I'm cooking that up. It's positive stuff. But yeah, you know, I think we wrap this thing up, honestly. Till next time, you're listening to Around the Reef.
Under the sea, darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.